What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com, going live, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Been a great week, great day. This week, I was in Ohio at HQ on Monday. Wednesday and Thursday, I was in Florida on Luke Grudkowski's Luke We Are Changed podcast. What a great time. For those of you who came over here from there or from when I was on Tim Pool, whatever, this kind of blends the two worlds together. It's the election year, and as you guys know, I kind of separate things, YouTube and Instagram, all fitness, and this is fitness. This is definitely fitness. Don't get it twisted. Do not think this is going to be a political slant. I just want to discuss things. That's why the chat is open. I will be getting your questions, so if you are on the chat, please go ahead and chime in, say whatever you want to say. Let's talk about some things, but for those of you who know me, who watch me, you know that I do have political opinions. Now, for the record, I am not a Republican per se. I'm a libertarian. A lot of the podcasts I've been on, a lot of things I do are libertarian based. Unfortunately, well, we don't have a good candidate for president for Libertarian Party right now. They're having their convention, I believe. I would go, but my daughter's graduation from high school is on the same day. So I believe Trump and RFK will be at the Libertarian Convention this year. It's going to be fantastic. I believe it's May 28th. Looking forward to it. Again, I've spoken at many Mises Caucus events. I am big on freedom. I am big on liberty. If you don't like that, you don't like me. But I wouldn't consider myself a Republican, although I do happen to vote Republican a lot of the time. So that is me. I do not align with one party. I do not say I'm this. I do not agree with everything a party stands for. But I do openly discuss my opinions. I keep them off of Instagram because a lot of people have been following me on this Tiger Fitness channel and on Instagram. They've been following me since the early 2000s. 2011 is when I started this channel. They do not want to hear my political opinions. It might turn some people off. But again, you got Rumble, you got Twitter. That's where I go nuts. We're live on Spreely, Alan Roberts and I, with our evening rants every night, Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard, where we rant about everything. Last night, I think our evening rants, you go to rumble.com/tigerfitness. The opinion we had on women and men at the end of the podcast, we had Frank Rich on. It was fantastic. If you're not subscribed to my Rumble, go there. We have live things. We are not censored there like we are on YouTube. We say whatever we want, whenever we want, however we want. So with that being said, I see a phenomenal thing happening now, and I got some items pulled up to share with you guys, and it's been happening since around 2016. And in 2020, it really reared its ugly head because you basically had two divisions, right? You had those who were pro-COVID lockdowns and those who were against COVID lockdowns. And it seems like a lot of conservatives who did not speak out about their political leanings started speaking out. And as someone who's been in the fitness community is based on personal responsibility, and it's based on meritocracy. Because as you know, in the gym, the harder you work, the better results you get. The better you eat, the better results you get. It is a meritocracy. A meritocracy. Building muscle, making gains is a meritocracy. And that is why I think that when you have a party that is more likely to support things that reward laziness, that incentivize bad behaviors, that I think that, well, a lot of bodybuilders will side with the party that's like, hey, the harder you work, the better results you get. And there's another fact brought in. We're bringing the chat already. Paladin, thanks for chiming in. This is something I was going to address, but you beat me to the punch. Takes high testosterone to be conservative. Not surprised bodybuilders lean that way. Now, I'm not going to waste your time. You can look it up after this, but there was a study done that showed that Democrats have lower testosterone. Whether you inject your testosterone or it's naturally produced, that is something that has been studied, that, conservatives have higher testosterone. So that is something to look at as well. Thank you for bringing that up, my friend. Appreciate you doing that because it was something I was going to get into. But on a macro scale, I wanted to play something right now. So you have how do I put this where I'm not banned from YouTube? So I like my Tiger Fitness YouTube channel. I do not want to lose it. I do not want to say things that I would say on the other platforms because this channel is near and dear to my heart. And for the 10 people who still watch it, they really like it as well. And they want me to keep, making videos about making gains because that's what I do here. However, it seems like the LGBT community, or the LGB community, the one I grew up with, I believe was 3 letters when I grew up. They've pretty much been infiltrated by what they call minor attracted persons. And that is something that, the drag queen story time, that is a divide that I think that a lot of conservatives and a lot of bodybuilders aren't that cool with in the fitness community, right? Like, we are not cool with pedophiles. In the gym culture, we're just not. It is a hyper masculine and a hyper feminine. See, the women who go to the gym, in my opinion, they're trying to accentuate their femininity. They're trying to be lean. They're trying to be strong because a strong man wants a strong woman. That's why you see a lot of couples into fitness together. Like, my wife is by no means a competitor. She's just a normal soccer mom. Well, now a wrestling mom in Brentwood, Tennessee, living in the burbs of Nashville, right? My wife is my fitness pal, so to speak. We go to the gym daily. When we train, I train with my wife 90% of the time. Well, probably 75. The other 25, I'm training with Seamus, right? Like, it's Seamus or my wife. And honestly, Seamus does have a better butt. Seamus's butt is amazing. But, hi, Seamus. But I think that, fit people tend to want to be with other fit people. And the fact that I could share my experience in the gym with my wife, the fact that we both know that the harder we work, the better we eat, the better results we get. My wife's been in this industry for as long as I have. And I think a lot of women in the gym, even the ones who wear the clothes that I'm like, what the hell is she wearing? When you get to talking to them, look, man, they're proud of their bodies. They share, these aren't the Instagram girls. These aren't the girls who get up there and get mad at guys for looking at them or walking in the way of their camera. The girls, at least, and I train at gyms in California, New York, liberal states, conservative states. You go to the gym, you talk to these women, they're generally pretty based. And based is the term for non-woke. And I still can't define what the hell that means. What woke means to me is basically cultish, right? You follow whatever the trend is, whether it's about Ukraine that day, whether it's about wearing masks the next day. Dude, they're still wearing masks. Like, there is something wrong with these people. It's obviously beyond a political affiliation. It has become a cult. And the women I see at the gym, the women I interact with, which is a lot of them. I talk to a lot of people. For those who know me in person, I'm a talkative mofo. I talk a lot. I like talking to people. My workouts, I'll go to a smaller gym, Carbon Culture, which is more of a private gym where no one's there, not because I'm antisocial, but because I'm on a time crunch. And it's not them, it's me. If I see someone I like, I will go talk to them, and it will completely destroy my day because I'll have no time left to do work. I wanted to play this video. It's gone pretty viral. This is my good friend, Bradley Martin, and I'm going to explain to you why this reeks of conservatism, right, in a second. And let me play it. I'm going to play a little bit of it. I don't know if YouTube's going to like it. So if YouTube does take it down, remember, it's at rumble.com/tigerfitness, rumble.com/tigerfitness.
What's your name?
Oh, fuck.
What's your name?
Who are you?
What's your name?
Who are you?
Why are you suing my fucking daughter? What's your name? What is your name?
Boris. My name is Boris.
Boris. What's your name? Shake my hand.
What's the problem?
Why are you suing my daughter? You know how old she is?
I have no idea.
You have no idea.
I have no idea.
You have no idea.
No.
What the fuck you thought was going to happen here?
Nothing. We're going to have a pizza. I don't know.
Pizza. Yeah, you don't know? How old is she?
Brad.
You know how old she is?
I messed with her. She was 23.
23. Is that what the conversation looked like?
You know the text messages? She was 23 on a
23.
dating site.
On a dating site?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, she was 23 on
How old is she?
Site. I have no idea.
Lila, how old are you?
15.
I'm sorry. She was 23 on a dating site. All we've done is
So she didn't tell you how old she was?
She did.
She did?
Yeah.
How old is she?
She said she was 15.
How did she tell you how old she actually is?
She said she's 15.
She said she's 15. Why are you here? Why are you sitting here?
I'm just having a
With a fucking 15-year-old?
pizza.
Piece of pizza with a fucking 15-year-old.
It's not against.
You think
the
that's
law.
okay?
I think it's not against the law.
It's not against the law.
No.
Is that all you spoke about to her?
We've just been talking.
Really?
Yeah, we've been talking and flirting. It's not a big deal.
Where are you going?
I ordered a pizza. I'm going to go.
Okay, have a seat. Have a seat.
Why?
I'll sit with you. I'll eat pizza with you. We're just having pizza, right?
Sorry.
Sit right here.
Sorry.
Sit right here.
Sorry.
Where?
Man, I just got to point out that Bradley Martin is a monstrous human being. Holy shit. So, I mean, look at Bradley compared to this guy. Like, he could pick him up and just throw him across the street. And honestly, confronting a pedophile like that, I really believe that Bradley showed the utmost restraint in not getting more physical with him. I don't know how I would be able to control myself. Especially with a 15-year-old girl, admitting that he's, what is a dude? He's like in his 70s, right? And the scary thing is this guy is in Hollywood. I mean, we're still waiting for them to release Epstein's list, right? He's in Hollywood and he's writing shows that are, well, geared towards little kids. Space Jam, you saw about the stuff that happened at Nickelodeon. You see about all the people getting arrested for child trafficking and stuff through Disney. These people have infiltrated our they've infiltrated high up in the government. If you watch Evening Rants, we had Michael Robeson on talking about some atrocities in Haiti, and a name of politicians very high up, former presidents, rhymes with Inton.
I don't know. Whoa, excuse me, sir. Excuse me.
You said you wanted to kiss, touch, and lick, whatever?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It's just weird. I don't understand what people.
All right. So I think we've seen enough of that one, guys. So the reason I say that is pointing me towards thinking that we are going more conservative, because that's something conservative guys do, right? Alex Stein does it, but you also see other people, and Eric Kanefsky has been at the forefront of doing this for a long time. Eric Kanefsky was one of the first guys, and Cassidy Campbell. Shout out Cassidy Campbell. Cassidy and Eric have been doing this for a long time, and they're in the fitness community. And if you look at Cassidy, he's pretty much far on the right. And it just seems like the anti-pedophile movement has been taken by big dudes. Eric Kanefsky, if you've ever met him in person, he is a large man. So I look at it this way. Sooner or later, the adults and the men are going to have to step up and do what law enforcement isn't going to do. Now, I'm not claiming for vigilante justice. I'm not claiming that we should beat these guys up. But, like, look at it this way. Alex Stein is out doing his thing. He's doing the right thing. He's catching these guys in the act, right? But it's much different when Alex Stein, who's a normal dude, versus Eric Kanefsky and Bradley Martin, whose arms are bigger than Alex Stein's entire body. So again, I am applauding Bradley, and I'm saying we all should be doing our part to make this world a better place. And I don't think, if there's anyone who disagrees with me, I don't want you in my life. I think a world without pedophiles and human traffickers is a better place. So Bradley Martin, as you can tell, as I am seeing it, you know, I'm seeing him. I'm not seeing him as someone who is about, young females and males destroying their fertility and lopping off body parts. I don't think he's a fan of that. I don't think Bradley Martin, I'm speaking for him. Bradley, if I'm wrong, I apologize. Correct me. You know, I don't think he's for men dressed as scantily clad women, you know, flashing kids with their junk. I don't think that's a thing. And I think that is where masculinity is not toxic. Masculinity is necessary. And what's going on in this country, the sickness, the depravity, is something that I feel we need big, strong men, big, strong, ethical men like Eric's a joker, but like Eric Kanefsky, like Bradley Martin. Hell, Cassidy, a little bit smaller than those guys, but I've seen Cassidy fight. He's a decent boxer. You know, I think that we need to have these men going out. I'd love nothing more than to see Jake Shields and other MMA guys, Sean Strickland, do similar things, right? I think it's a great thing. Now, at the end of the video, I'm not going to play this. They actually shot this guy with these color things that, you know, basically, yeah, I mean, I don't think they should have done that. I think that left them open to some litigation. But I think it's worth it for them, because for them, it's about shock value. It's about getting views. And so they did their job. But from a from a societal standpoint, getting out there, exposing these creeps and getting them off the streets, that is number one. So back to the topic at hand. So we're talking about, conservatives, people becoming conservatives from the fitness space. Now, the first guy that I even asked him, I was on his podcast shortly after this, Marc Bell. Good friend of mine. I consider Mark and his entire team, Andrew and Seema, I consider them not just acquaintances or industry friends. I consider Mark and Seema and Andrew especially, like Andrew, I would take a bullet for, even to the chest. I would sacrifice my life for Andrew. I love that man so much. He's their third guy. He's their producer. Every time I've ever had any question about anything, Andrew's there for me. Marc Bell reaches out all the time. Like, these are good dudes. But I want to go to Marc Bell. This is in 2020, and he hasn't been as outspoken now, but he doesn't deny it. Here's Marc Bell at a Trump rally in Carson City, Nevada. So Marc Bell was the first one to really come out that I can see. And then you have other bodybuilders visibly moving out of blue states to more red states. For example, Phil Heath. Phil Heath is another guy who moved into a conservative area because of what was going on in the other areas. And then you look at another one. I'm going to go here. Boom. Jason Poston. Jason Poston, outwardly a conservative, pro-America, loves him some Trump, and then you got Aaron Singerman. I don't have a picture of him. Aaron Singerman, always at Mar-a-Lago with Rob Bailey. They're going to Mar-a-Lago. They're going to Trump events. Okay, are you guys seeing a pattern? Again, this isn't me taking a political stance. I will, for the record, say I'm anti-pedophile, but I'm not walking around in a Trump hat. Will I vote for Trump? Yes. If it's Trump versus Biden, I'm voting for him. Why won't I vote for RFK? Well, he just came out as a person who's for full-term abortion. What I do like about RFK is his anti-mandate stance, and also his stance on war. He wants to end the war. But I do feel Trump, if he comes in office, he's going to end what's going on in Ukraine, figure out a truce with that. And I don't know, dude, the Middle East, your guess is as good as mine. But again, we're with Biden, we're going up against not a Democrat. We're going up against the machine. We're going up against the most un-American regime in the history of America. This guy's literally using lawfare to keep his opponent off the ballot. And you're seeing that case fall apart. You're seeing all the cases fall apart because they're built on fake rules. If you think they're legit indictments, I want you to read into them and read into the laws. They're literally taking a misdemeanor that is past the statute of limitations and somehow making it a felony in New York. It's absolutely insane. It's absolutely insane what's going on. And I will jump to this chat, guys, because we're live. And I want you guys to keep an eye. I don't announce these afternoon lives. I basically do it between meetings. I have a call. I had a meeting. Now I have a call later. And so I'm doing this between calls. I'm pro-America, but Trump is an entertainer. He knows absolutely nothing about running a country. That's the sad part, my man. And by the way, Fit Junkie, much love to you. Thank you so much for being here. All of your opinions I respect. We're just having a dialogue here. I'm not pro-Trump, but I will say this. The fact that Trump is not a politician and the fact that he's simply an entertainer and he's so much better than anything we've had in my lifetime is really fucked up. It just is really fucked up. So I will look, man, if you're simply not a politician, I will vote for you versus Biden. Biden is literally the deep state. He is literally the worst thing to ever happen to this country. We have a porous border. And look, man, I'm the son of an immigrant. My mom immigrated here from Israel. Okay. I am the son of an immigrant. I am pro-immigration. I'm pro-legal immigration. We need to vet people coming over the border, make sure they're not criminals, make sure they're not terrorists. I mean, how many people who came over, even from Mexico, even from Honduras, you got Chinese nationals coming in. You got people from the Middle East coming in. We need to vet these people. And honestly, a good friend of mine just passed a citizenship test. It costs tens of thousands of dollars. How unfair is that when you do things by the book? You're paying $50,000 and taking a test when you're just giving amnesty and voting rights to people who just came over here illegally. They literally are criminals simply by being here and usurping the processes in place to vet the people coming over here. So I will argue, not even argue, but I will converse with you, Sir Fit Junkie, that the fact that Trump is not a politician, the fact he has no idea what he's doing, I'll take a person who's run a business over a person who's been a senator any day of the week. A lot of times these people, Bernie Sanders didn't have a job till he was 40 years old. Like, you want to talk about a guy who's a fucking brain dead idiot? Bernie Sanders, he's a deadbeat. He's a deadbeat who railed against millionaires, and now he's a millionaire. Remember, you say the millionaires, the billionaires. Now he doesn't say millionaires anymore because he is a millionaire. How did he become a millionaire? By selling a book. No, he became a millionaire by taking money. He became a millionaire because he's a sellout bitch. And that's just how this works. A lot of the money that we send places, it comes back in other ways, in donations and PACs. Look at what George Soros does. Guys, I understand exactly what you're saying. And Trump has made some mistakes, but overall, if I'm looking at, so I will take that back. I think the Clinton years were damn good. Anybody who grew up in the 90s, but again, you had Newt Gingrich as the speaker, and you had Clinton, and that was the last time we ever saw politicians work together. That is the last time, because they worked together. They pushed through welfare reform. We had Vanilla Ice and MC Hammer in the same decade. I'd call the 90s a win. But, overall speaking, I do see conservatism as something that's taken. Whether it's now what is conservatism? That's a good question. In my opinion, everybody who doesn't believe the entire agenda of the woke left is considered a conservative. And anybody, whether you're black, white, Hispanic, or whatever, anybody who is a Republican or is not a leftist is a white supremacist. So they're using these words, racist. I remember back in 2020, I said, you know what, guys? I don't think lockdowns are the way to go, which, by the way, I was 100% correct in 2020. And then I was like, people were like, you're a racist. I'm like, because I don't think we should lock people in the house. That's literally like state-sponsored slavery. Like, what? Labeling people essential and non-essential? That sounds pretty like 3/5 to me. Like, essential and non-essential? Really? You're going to label people that? You're like, oh, that's a racist thing because COVID's killing mostly blacks and Mexicans. I'm like, what that? Where are you getting your statistics? So, guys, I will tell you this. I want what's best for America. And everybody, if you go to a gym, a lot of them are veteran owned. You go to Power Station in Middletown, Tennessee. You go to VB Iron Gym. What's the one thing you see at privately owned gyms? Chat, I know you're about to chime in. What's the one thing you see? You definitely see an American flag. I remember going to, what was that gym in right by Northern Iowa University? Gorilla, what was that gym? Great gym, amazing gym. I got to look him up so I can give him his props. But the first thing I saw when I walked in is, one, I saw all the amazing equipment. The other thing is I saw the Iron Gorilla Barbell in Cedar Falls, Iowa. Iron Gorilla Barbell. This is their Instagram. Focus. Come on, focus. Okay. Again, American flag. You go into the Tiger Fitness Gym in Loveland, Ohio. American flag. Gyms are generally very pro-America. And if you go even wrestling, like wrestling as a sport, they never kneeled. They love their American flag. It is what it is. Conservative places. You go to a UFC fight, Trump walks in. It's like Jesus just came back. Like, they love them some Trump. So what I'm seeing is the fighters, the bodybuilders, those real hardcore meritocracy-based sports are leaning towards conservatism, right? And so then you look at who's on what they would consider the far right, right? Like the people speaking up against a lot of things, and the people who are even, I'm Jewish, but these people are actually anti-Israel. Not anti-Israel. They don't want to fund Israel, which I don't want to fund anybody. I'm not America first, guys. I'm America only. Just let you know, I really love my country. And until we get out of our $35 trillion in debt. And here's Ian Smith. Remember the guy from Belmar? who based Attilas Jim, who refused to shut down. Look at that. Just your government casually admitting the Social Security program is broken. Your money won't be there. Taxes, anyone? So Ian Smith is actually anti-Republican, anti-Democrat, but I call him pro-America first, and he just speaks what he wants to speak. And do I agree with everything he says? I hate that. By the way, I hate when people say that. If you agree with everything everyone says, even what yourself says, I change my mind a lot of times, right? So I'm pro-choice with term limits, right? I don't believe we should have full-term abortions. I do believe there should be a week set. So right there, I don't agree with everything Republicans do. But I'll tell you what, I'm not voting Democrat. I think a lot of bodybuilders, whether black, white, Mexican, it doesn't matter. They're voting for, the party of freedom. Right? You look at a state of like Tennessee, a red state. We never had mask mandates. We literally shut down for about a week and a half. And we're like, all right, is everybody dead? Nope, nobody's dead. All right, cool. We're going to head open up. Nashville was the first, even though Nashville's Democrat, it's in a red state. It was the first major city to open up. We held New Year's Eve here. We literally took New York City's spot in Nashville, Tennessee. Why? Because for some reason, the Republican Party has become the party of freedom. In the 90s, when I was a Democrat, which I still consider myself a modified 90s Democrat based on my views, in the 90s, like the Democrats were like the party of free speech. Now it's like, no, you hate speech. Dude, I'm Jewish. Trust me, I've heard it all, right? Like at the end of the day, there's no such thing as hate speech, guys. There's either free speech or not free speech. That's it. That's it. If words hurt you, move to a different country. Canada's passing all these laws and bills. They can go back in your social media past and they can prosecute you for shit you said in the past that are hate speech. So that's me. I'm a big freedom advocate. Okay. So that's my story. That's the conversation piece. And let's go to these comments on the side. Man, so much going on in the chat. Thank you guys for chiming in. We're kicking ass on X. YouTube's going really well. Let's check Rumble. Rumble.com/Tiger Fitness. Rumble is basically everything you see on YouTube will be on Rumble. Rumble, we just have a couple comments, not really questions. People are seeming to like the stream. By the way, Great Lakes Sports Cards, thank you for chiming in, brother. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Appreciate you being here. Really do. I really and truly do appreciate everybody being here. But let me get to your comments because remember, this channel's for you. It's not for me. And I'm here for you. Paladin making another appearance here. Trump 2024. I'm just going to read that. No comment. From R. Bracey. I'm a libertarian personally myself. Generally consider myself right wing. I feel the majority of the fitness community is right wing or right leaning. R. Bracey. I'm assuming you go to a gym and that's where you get that knowledge. Because again, no matter where I go, whether I'm in Orange County or whether I'm in New York, gyms are obviously a mix of people. But I would say I was in California at a gym with a Let's Go Brandon. Someone was wearing a Let's Go Brandon shirt. I went there the next day. This is not a hardcore gym. This is an Equinox. A guy's wearing an F Joe Biden shirt. Like this is in California, guys. California at a gym that mandated the vaccine. Not going to lie. It shocked me. We need a party called the Patriot Party. Honestly, right now, we need to do whatever it takes to not have Joe Biden. That's my opinion. And if you're a Biden fan, dude, we can still break bread. We can still be friends. I'm of that mindset that we can have different opinions. We can have them. Like we can have these conversations. You don't have to get mad at me. You're voting for Trump. You're racist. Okay. Have you not seen Ambrosia? I'm like if we didn't have Alan Roberts affiliated with the company, I'd be the only guy who's not of non-white descent, but you could argue that Jews aren't white. I haven't really figured that one out. Anyway, before I get to more questions, I'm going to play this ad and you need to go support me at tigerfitness.com because I'm awesome and you support us. You support people who don't hate you. A lot of these corporations hate you. We don't hate you. I hate some of you, but not all of you. Just like a minority of you. Not the minority. I don't hate minorities. Oh my God. Oy Gavalt. Oy vey. Boom. Oh, yeah. Wrong one. Hold on. Here we go. Be seasonal. We decided to keep them year round. Guys, special day. They were supposed to be seasonal. We decided to keep them year round. The chocolate caramel outright bar. It might taste a lot like a better, healthier, higher protein version of a Twix bar. Look at this bad boy right here. Now this is not your normal outright bar. It's chocolate coated. Look at that inside. Look at that inside. Yeah, buddy. Available now. TigerFitness.com, back in stock. All right, y'all. Available now at TigerFitness.com. The restock of chocolate caramel outright bars, the Twix flavor. And next week we have a full restock of MTS Nutrition Machine Whey. As I belch into the microphone, let's go down. Yo, just a lot of words, but not many questions. Okay, 2020 woke me up now more than ever, mandating the experience. F Biden. That's where I'm at, dude. I didn't get political, not really, until 2020, when I got shadow banned on this very YouTube channel that I still can't climb out of. My views are absolute garbage. There's no reason for it. My videos are awesome. And you could tell that people still want to see my stuff because my Twitter's blown up. Evening Rants is growing like crazy. We're the #1 primetime podcast exclusively on X and Rumble. Alan Roberts and myself every Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. Be sure to subscribe, rumble.com/TigerFitness. And so you look at that, and when in 2020, when they started suppressing talk about vitamin D, that's when I was like, something's wrong. And then we found out that the Biden administration was literally to suppress us. And that's when I lost it. That's when I'm like, you know what? I will do everything in my power to get these people out of power. Because the market is there now. Same reason OnlyFans whores are finding Jesus. It's a grift. Maybe Post and Ghost. I agree with you. A lot of people, I believe, are going full-fledged crazy anti-Jew with this Israel stuff. I see that a lot. I get that a lot. There's a lot of anti-Jewish stuff to the point where, you know what? I hate jewelry. I really do. And I look, man, I'm going to say it right here. We shouldn't be sending a dime to Israel. We shouldn't be sending a dime to Ukraine. We should literally be working on fixing our $35 trillion of debt. We should be working on securing our borders. But I'm tired of, I'm not going to hide anymore, dude. The star's back. I wore this for about 3 years, but I really hate jewelry. Here we go. Got something to say about Jews? Say it to me. I'm easy to find. I'm not going to fight you, but I just really like the conversation. And actually, after Julian Edelman was wearing on Tom Brady's roast, I feel like I'm empowered. Back in the day, we would ground and pound the rainbow community. Jimmy, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that, dude. I have so many gay friends. My buddy Aaron Chrysler out here, amazing guy, just the nicest guy ever. I have so many gay friends. Look, man, here's my opinion on gays. Do you guys really want to hear about who I have sex with? Do you want me to talk about my wife and I in graphic detail? I don't even want to hear that. I'm married. At our age, we turn the lights off. All right. But that's what I feel about whatever you do behind closed doors, whatever you do. My wife just walked up to my window like, what? Katie, I'm saying people don't want to hear me describe us doing that. So whatever people do behind closed doors is their business. If you have sex with dudes and you're a dude, I hope you're having fun. If you have sex with chicks and you're a chick, I hope you're having fun. If you have sex with leprechauns, I hope it's a consenting leprechaun. At the end of the day, that's none of my business who you have sex with. I don't think you should identify who you have sex with. But you know what? Like my buddy Aaron, he's really gay. Like he's just gay. Like he's outwardly gay and it's who he is. And that's fine. Be gay. Right? Be gay. Be gay, be happy, live your life. As Tim Pool says, I got no beef. Speaking of beef, man, my wife made this amazing steak the other week. It was the pre-marinated one from Costco. We threw it on the Traeger. It was tri-tip. Katie, you need to make more tri-tip. The people want the tri-tip. We got a couple thousand people here who want some tri-tip. Brad had no right to knock the elder out. I don't mean he's conservative. Oh, no, he had no, I don't believe in violence, no. Pedophiles, I'm not going to, again, I love my YouTube channel. I will leave that up to Evening Rants Monday through Thursday, every Monday through Thursday. We are so consistent with Evening Rants. I jumped on right after Luke Rudkowski's show on Wednesday night, like literally in my guest room at Luke's house. And then, and I also stopped while I was driving home from Ohio on Monday night to make sure we didn't miss an episode of Evening Rants. I'm conservative and I would never do something like that. No, being a conservative doesn't mean you knock people out. Violence is not the answer. It just isn't the answer. I'm not again, like I'm anti-war. What's the fucking word? Non-violence, not non-violence, non-aggression. I'm non-aggression, except in the gym. You go destroy those weights, bruh. I saw that other clip when the pedo got knocked out by some random dude. I'm not going to say I'm not condoning it, but I'm not condoning it. I'm just saying, like, pedophiles is that's where I kind of so libertarians are anti-death penalty. We are, but I struggle with that with pedos. I struggle with that. I do. I'm not gonna talking and flirting. What the hell? He's balling up that old dude. Yep, Hollywood elites are freaks. Paladin, I'm gonna read all your comments. I like you, Paladin. What the hell are you meeting a 15-year-old girl? That don't make him conservative. Wait, what? Mad respect. I don't know what you're talking about. She's way too old for Biden. Ooh, Biden does have a bit of a history of doing some uncomfortable things with his daughter. People forget Ashley Biden's diary. Why are we not talking more about that? Like, she literally wrote in her diary that he was jumping in the shower with her when she was a teenager and it made her uncomfortable. Yeah, but that's our fearless leader, guys. LOS, he's saying bodybuilders lean conservative, mad respect. Yes. Love Alex. I'm talking about Alex Stein. Jake Shields is a beast. Enjoy a spicy too. I met Jake. So I have a running invitation to be on Luke's podcast. I try to go on every about 3 to 4 weeks, and it's easy. It's an hour and a half flight from Nashville to Fort Lauderdale, and they pick me up. I go there. I'll hang out with my buddy Andrew. Andrew's the guy, by the way. If you don't follow him, Andrew's amazing. Yeah, so I really believe that. I believe that we're just seeing a point where the adults and the men have had enough. And as soon as that happens, I think the country takes a turn for the right. Again, it's not about conservatism. It's about being good people. His name's Andrew Meyer, by the way. Look him up, Andrew Meyer. He's my buddy. Jack's Passion Blocks. Dude, Bradley Martin is a human synonym for the word cringe. Okay. Oh, yeah, the Hodge twins, the conservative twins. Seems like everybody I've done collaborations with has become a conservative, except for me. I'm still leaning on that libertarian-ish. Masculinity has absolutely nothing to do with conservative. Oh, wait. And nobody is becoming a conservative. Y'all were already conservative. Fit Junkie, I would love to hear what your definition of a conservative is. Is it a Republican? Is it someone who reads the Bible? And also, like, I would like to know, like, people do become conservative, or maybe they were conservative, but they're speaking out about it now. But guys, in the chat, I got a few more minutes. I want to know if you know people who have gone from being a Democrat to a conservative, not necessarily a Republican, but a conservative, where they're no longer a Democrat because of that. I do think people can change. For example, Fit Junkie, I was pro-choice up to, I didn't really care up till my wife had a miscarriage, and it changed me because it was a life experience that hurt me so deeply. 2 miscarriages. And that's when I became pro-life personally. But on a institutional stance, I am pro-choice with limits. DLB and Rob are secret Trumpers. She posted a video last week doing a conference and showed a clip of Donald Trump Jr. I'm pro-America. Okay, we already read that one. Fit Junkie, by the way, I love you, man. I'd love to have you live on Evening Rants one night. If you can shoot me a DM on Instagram at Marc Lobliner, you sound like someone we'd love to talk to. We'd love to talk to. Trump was president for 4 years, my dude. He has experience. Very good point, Paladin. I might buy raw gear and MTS more often to keep serving for our country and what's right. Joseph, you could buy raw at tigerfitness.com so you can support both of us at the same time. I love your channel. Fit Junkie, I like you. I really do. And I love that you're bringing up these questions. This is what we need to talk about. Guys, we need to open up this dialogue. Okay, we do. And unfortunately, I can't really do it on this channel unless something fitnessy comes up. But this is the dialogue we need to have. 2020 woke me up. Keep men out of sports. Biden sucks. Whole nother can of worms. is the biological men and women's sports. Saw the clip of that dude in Portland just waxing the girls and winning sectionals or whatever. Yeah, that's for another video. I'm Mexican, bro. Half the Hispanics voted Trump, and the Cubans in Miami overwhelmingly voted for Trump. A little Trump 2024 over here. What do you think about Biden cutting aid to Israel? So this is a nuanced question, and I don't want you guys to think he's wearing a Jewish star. Okay, here's the deal. So Congress voted for that, and that is the same issue they impeached Trump for. So Trump was impeached for the same thing, and I believe Republicans are going to impeach Biden for this too. However, I don't think we should have ever been sending aid to Israel. There's no need to cut it when you don't send it. How are we borrowing money? We're $35 trillion in debt and lending people money. How does that make sense? That's like if I can't afford to pay my rent, so I take out a loan and I give it to my neighbor. Or like, that's like if I can't afford to pay my car note, it's about to get impounded, so I take out a loan and instead of paying my car note, I give it to Seamus. That makes no sense. How does that make sense? Bernie is definitely extremely the opposite direction. Bernie's a sellout bitch, dude. Dude, the Democrat Party screwed him over and he went and bent the knee like the punk ass he is. Trump 2024. Anyone interested in making money and being successful is becoming conservative. There's one definition, Brandon. It's probably down here. I'm gonna have to skip some of these. And let's go. A lot of Trump 2024s. Here's some words. Actually, I go to a gay gym. We just have pride flams and BLM everywhere. No one is jacked. Oh, shit, Andrew, man. FJB and his crackhead son. That's another thing. Like, dude, his son like left cocaine in the White House. Like, we're assuming it's him. I think it's a good assumption, right? People with common sense are leading conservative. Common sense, it ain't so common no more. A little Trump 24 action. Again, I'm not, guys, I had somebody afterwards say I had to turn off this video because it got political. The title on this one's political. Hopefully you guys knew what you're getting into. But again, I'm being very nuanced here. If you want to see my real opinions, go to Evening Rants, Monday through Thursday on Rumble. I'm in Cali. It was terrible. I'm in Tennessee. It's beautiful. So kneeling means you don't love your country. So I'm with you. So Fit Junkie, here's my blacks can't storm the Capitol. Actually, I've seen many state buildings insurrected by the pro-Palestine people, and they're not getting arrested at all. But I agree. January 6th was stupid. Black people can, and black people were a part of that group. There were black people in that group. And kneeling, I do believe everybody has the right to kneel in front of the flag. I believe everybody has the right to burn the flag. I'm 100% free speech. I agree with you. However, the NFL, if your boss says you can't kneel, you can't kneel. They're employees of their team. And if their team says you can't kneel, that's not a human rights issue. That's an employer issue. Like, I can't have people come into my workplace. Let's say your workplace, see how you feel about this. Let's say you run a business, Fit Junkie, and it's 80% black, and you have 20% other. Let's say there's a white guy. So white guy comes into work and puts "fuck all black people" on his shirt. Let's say that happens. As a boss, do you have the right to say change your shirt, or do you just let that go down? So free speech makes sense unless it's hurting business. Again, NFL's a business. And but they're getting record views. So hey, I'm all about kneeling in front of the flag, bro. I'm not the guy. That's not my argument. I believe you should be able to kneel. However, if you have an organization that the owner says you can't kneel and he fires you, that's their right. Best way to take immortal. So urine's going to be yellow because that's the B12. Honestly, just take it. Orally, not rectally. I take it in the morning. You can take it at night. You can take it in the afternoon. Just put it in your mouth. I said your motherfucking mouth. Put it in your mouth, as Akinil said, and swallow it. Don't be a spitter quitter. I remember a few years ago you went political and got backlash. You said you weren't going to be political anymore. What changed? I just keep it to Twitter and I keep it to Rumble because it's become another faction of who I am. I'm not just fitness, right? Like at the end of the day, I just segregate it. That sounded so bad in context of this conversation. Where again, X and Rumble. And Spreely is amazing. If you don't have Spreely, get that app where you can actually live stream us to your TV with Spreely. Evening Rants every Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. We're channel 2, by the way, at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. I just, honestly, it's part of my business now. Like, Evening Rants is growing so much, it's become its own business. What do you think it'll take to get a boxing match with you and Cali Muscle? Cali won't box anybody because his heart is bad. If I punched Cali in the chest, he would die. However, if he's willing to sign the contract and fight me, I'm actually going in an hour. In an hour, I will be boxing. So I'm back in the ring. I'm training again. So if Cali wants to do that, time and place. I will give my money to charity. He needs the money because his ass is broke. Christians in the 90s warned everyone if you're allowed to come out, gays came out of the closet, the pedos would. I don't know about that. I don't know. There is a slippery slope argument. There really is. Marc Lobliner versus Cali Muscle. When is it happening? Is Floyd again? The offer is there. I threw it out there. He's ignoring me. He has me blocked on Instagram. If Cali truly thinks he's a tough gangster and he could beat me up, by all means, we could do it in Nashville. We could do it in California. Do it through USA Boxing Rules where it's covered by their insurance. Yeah. And I have the people out here who can make it happen. So again, I start training today and my goal is to do a tournament. That's my goal. My wife will talk me out of it and make me not do it. But my goal, when I go to the boxing gym today, my goal is to get ready for a tournament. But whether that happens or not, I don't know. But yeah, I would love to meet Cali in the ring. What are you talking about? BLM stormed the whole country back in Summer of Love. Good point. Again, both you make, dude, this is why I love this, guys. Hey, guys, if both of you are down, Paladin and Fit Junkie, if you can message me at Marc Lobliner on Instagram, MarcLobliner on Instagram, we will get you both on Evening Rants and you guys can talk this out. That'd be the greatest conversation ever. In Los Angeles, the homies had to patrol our streets to keep BLM rioters out as they tried to destroy our shops. Yeah, there you go. I watched Evening Rants with the carnivore heart surgeon. I thought we need fiber and a lower saturated fat. Good question. But if you listen to Dr. Ovadia, he's actually pro berries. He actually mentioned that, but that's a good question. And I don't know the answer he would give. So I'm not going to speak for Dr. Ovadia. So I encourage you to tweet him or message him on Twitter at iFixHearts, at IFIXHEARTS. And he will give me. Anyway, guys, I got to get some work done. I got boxing in an hour, and I appreciate everybody being here. This has been an honor and a pleasure. I love all of you. Again, you need to comment. So after this video is over, I want you to comment down below, boost the algorithm because YouTube hates me. If you're on YouTube, if you're on X, I fucking love you. If you're on Rumble, you're already there. If you're not on Rumble, go on there, follow me there. And if you like this conversation, let me know in the comments. We'll keep doing them and we will get a little more political. If you guys want to see it, I don't want to alienate my base, but honestly, fuck them. You guys seem to enjoy this and I seem to enjoy you. And this has been a great time. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. Yeah, that's all I got. I'm going to take you out one more time. Let me see. I got a cool little ad here that we filmed. Want to get your opinion on this one. And we just filmed it the other day. It actually shows me running, so be nice. And appreciate you guys. Comment down below. I'm Marc Lobliner, and that's not a game.
No shortcuts, no excuses, just hard work and the right nutrition with MTS Nutrition. Now let's make every rep count.